everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and this is a channel that is dedicated to all things related to narcissism. I've been married to a covert narcissist for almost 20 years. I'm separated from him now, and what I do with this channel is I use my real life experiences to get information out there to people about what narcissism really is, what it looks like, what it does to you, and what it does to your family. Today's video is a continuation of the last video I made, 5 signs that you have suffered narcissistic abuse. In this video, I'm going to list another 5 signs. So the first sign in this video is that you don't trust anybody, not even yourself. When you're in a narcissistic relationship, you have been gaslighted into believing that your experiences are invalid. So you end up trusting nobody. Things that you see with your own eyes don't always make sense to you because you're constantly told that there's a different reality. When you can't even trust your own experiences, you're not going to be able to trust other people. You're going to have a very negative view of the world. You have been abused. And even if you are not conscious of the abuse, and that absolutely happens because narcissists chip away at your self-esteem. It's not until you wake up and when you wake up, it's going to be ugly because you're going to be shocked at everything that happened right before you. So it's almost like you have blinders on. You can't see reality. So in that case, since you can't even trust yourself, you're not going to trust anybody else. In my case, my husband would constantly tell me that people had a bad opinion of me. People didn't like me. I recognize now that it wasn't true, but at the time I really believed it. So when you go through life believing that other people don't like you, there's something wrong with you, you're not going to have a positive outlook on life. Now I have a positive outlook on life. I do trust other people. But when I was in the midst of the abuse, before I recognized the reality of my life, I didn't trust anybody. Because remember, you can't even trust your own experiences. So certainly you're not going to be able to trust other people. When you're being abused, the world looks like an ugly place. Number 2, you self-isolate. And this kind of goes to the trust issues. But you feel different from everybody else. There's no color in your life. You don't want to be with other people. You don't want to associate with other people. You live a very sheltered life on your own. The narcissist doesn't even have to do anything other than break down your self-esteem. If you don't have any self-esteem, you're not going to be the type of person that is going to want to go out and enjoy life. For me, I was so broken down. I was so beaten down by my husband. I just wanted to be by myself. When I had to socialize, I dreaded it. I have small children. Well, they're teenagers now, but when I had small children and we were doing play dates, I hated doing play dates. Didn't like socializing. And mainly it was because I didn't trust other people. My husband was always telling me that people didn't like me, so it was painful for me to do play dates. Something that wouldn't have bothered me in the past, something that doesn't bother me now, really bothered me in the midst of the abuse. So you self-isolate. The narcissist doesn't even have to do it for you. They certainly encourage it. They're not encouraging you to go out there. They're not encouraging you to have a wonderful life. They want you home, taking care of them. That's an ideal life for you, according to the narcissist. Number 3, loneliness. And of course, you're going to be lonely if you're self-isolating, you don't trust anybody, but you always feel alone. The person that you love doesn't exist. So oftentimes you end up fantasizing about what the narcissist could do, how much better your life could be if the narcissist did this or did that. I would always fantasize about things I wanted my husband to do. Now, the problem was that he wasn't that person. So I would fantasize about my husband coming home from work with a big smile, us having happy chaos, the dogs barking, the kids all excited, I'm cooking dinner. This was a relatable fantasy. This could be something that really happened, that would happen in a good relationship. But my husband is a narcissist, so he was never going to be that happy person, that good husband that I wanted. I might as well have been fantasizing that some movie actor was going to come over to my house and sweep me off my feet. The person you love doesn't exist, so you're always lonely. And the thing is, your body senses this. It knows it. So even if you're not conscious of it, Your body feels it. So you could be in the room, you could be sitting right next to your narcissist, and you're going to feel lonely. There's a pathological unhappiness to your life when you are with a narcissist. And you don't even know this, you think it's you. You think, well, what can I do? How can I make things better? How can I make him happier? These are the things that you think. It's all wrong, but you feel this way. You have been so beaten down. This is what narcissistic abuse does to you. Number 4, confusion. Nothing makes sense. You're always confused. And this is something that continues on after you wake up. It's very, very frustrating to have a narcissist in your life, to be married to a narcissist, to be in a relationship with one, to have a parent, a child, whoever it is. If you work with a narcissist, any narcissist is going to leave you utterly confused. The reason for this is that they don't act normally. They're not normal people. They're extremely ill. They are, in many cases, psychotic. So they don't go about acting the way that they should. And you sense that. You can feel it. And you can see so clearly, so obviously what somebody should do. It's almost like if you're watching a horror movie. You watch somebody on a horror movie and there's like some psychopath inside the house, and the person goes in the house and you're thinking, no, get out, run the other way, don't stay. That's how it is with a narcissist. You know what they should do. You know what a normal person would do. And it's especially bad when you wake up and you think, my life could be so much better if the narcissist would just do this. And that's true. It's very often true. But what you need to understand is that the narcissist is never going to do this, even if the narcissist says they are. And oftentimes, they will lie to you. I can't even tell you how many times my husband has told me, I'm going to change. I'm going to be a better husband. I'm going to be a better father. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. He always says that. It's a constant thing. He says it. It's almost like an automatic response. He tells me what I want to hear, and that is good enough. He doesn't feel any compulsion to follow through. That's what I'm worth to him. That's what you are worth to the narcissist. They will tell you what you want to hear so that they can have what they want. That's as far as it goes. A true narcissist is never going to follow through. That's why they're a narcissist. They're unable to follow through. And I'm not giving them any excuses by saying that. Narcissists will not confront reality. This is self-induced. They do it on purpose. They don't care about anybody else, certainly not you. So they will say anything, but they will never follow through. And that leaves you utterly confused. It's crazy. You see somebody doing something that obviously is going to hurt them, is going to hurt you. They do it anyways. You're not going to be able to wrap your mind around it. Don't even try. You cannot relate. Thank God. I'm grateful that I can't relate because I don't want to relate to a psychopath. But you're not going to be able to relate to a psychopath. You are not a psychopath, so you cannot get in that mindset. It's like I can't get in the mind of an animal. I might think I understand what an animal is thinking, but I really can't know. I can't get in that mind. That's like a psychopath. They are not human. They have been taken over by evilness. That's who they are. So be grateful you can't understand, but understand at the same time, you're going to be confused because of it. And the 5th thing is obsessive thoughts. When you are narcissistically abused, you are engulfed by the relationship. In essence, you are a prisoner of somebody else's insanity. And it goes back to the confusion. You cannot understand it. So you obsess over this. Why is this person doing this? How can this be? Why won't they change? You're going to be thinking about it all the time, and especially during active abuse, like if they're giving you the silent treatment or something like that, your mind will not leave the narcissist. The human brain has an innate desire to understand things. That's why we've had so many advances in our world. Scientists, philosophers, they try to understand the world, what's going on around them. People want to know real life, what's really happening, how things work. So it's not even something that you're conscious of. It's just how humans are built. So you want to understand things and you can't. You're always confused. And when you can't understand something, your brain can become obsessive trying to understand it. These are things that the narcissist does to you. And a lot of times you're not even conscious of it. But your mind can be independent of conscious thought. Your mind is always working, even when you're asleep. So these things that you just think about them, you can't help it. Narcissists abuse people all the time. When you are with a narcissist, whether or not you are being physically attacked, because narcissists can get physical, but always 100% of the time you are emotionally abused. And these are just another 5 symptoms of things that happen when you are abused by someone who is a narcissist. So if you haven't seen the first video, please watch that and you'll see another 5 signs of narcissistic abuse. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm very grateful. I hope this has helped somebody. Please know that you are not in this alone. Please know that it can get better. Once you are awake, you can have a whole new life. Things can get better. For the narcissist, things can never get better. They are who they are. They're like an animal. You know, a cow is going to be a cow today, 100 years. They're never going to be able to change. That's who they are. A narcissist is like that. They're always going to be a narcissist. They cannot change. They have no ability to change. It is a fixed trait. Narcissists are cursed in a lot of ways. They are cursed in their narcissism. They cannot escape it. You can. Thank you again. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, and I will see you in the next video on Friday. God bless you.